Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm from Germany.
Hi there, I'm Maren, and I'm from Croatia.
Wait, I'm not Elizabeth, you're Elizabeth.
You're right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I always get confused by these things. What am I even doing here?
What are you doing here? Where do you even live? Do you live in a dorm?
No, of course not. I could never live in such a small space with some strange person. Only an insane person would do that.
Are you sure? Have you ever visited one of the Zagreb dorms?
No.
Well, maybe you should. Let me show you the Cvjetno dorm.
The students' resident hall, Cvjetno Naselje, is the second largest residence hall in Zagreb. It was renovated last year, and at the moment it is one of the best dorms in Zagreb and a popular home for Erasmus students.
Today we're going to do a Cvjetno guide.
Since the Croatian word Cvjetno means made of flowers, it can be called flower dorm. About 1,700 students live in Cvjetno Hall. For Katarina from Germany, living in Cvjetno is a big change. She had to share a bedroom for the first time. She got used to it, but since she loves cooking, not having a kitchen on her own was the start of an adventurous journey.
So one of the first things I've done after I moved in was to find a kitchen to cook something for myself. So I went through my floor and knocked on every door because I thought there would be a kitchen on every floor. Sometimes I crashed into some rooms or I interrupt some people, and they were really, I think I'm a little bit crazy because I was searching the kitchen and normal rooms. So I can't find it, and I moved up on another floor, and I moved up on another floor, and on the third floor I can found it. It's mine one, it's quite small in my building, but I'm happy to have one, and but at the beginning it was quite difficult for me, and I felt a little bit stupid because I can't find the kitchen.
Katarina was successful in making her first steps to discover Cvjetno. It seems that Eimantas, another Erasmus student from Lithuania, did it too.
Before moving in here, I was kind of afraid that I won't like my roommate, because it's my first time living in a dorm with someone else in the room, strange guy. But as we lived like 1 month now together, I kind of like him, because he's a good guy, so we have some parties a bit. And I met also all my neighbors in the dorm. They're quite friendly. Croatian guys are so friendly. They share everything. They ask how are you, where are you from. They are interested in Lithuanian culture and people. And it's quite nice to live here.
Living in a dorm seems like a good opportunity to meet new people, new cultures, and to have a great time in Zagreb.
Hi guys, Yvonne here, and today we're going to do a Cvjetno guide.
Okay, so can you hear me? Yeah, it's a good voice. Yeah, it's perfect.
When I came to Croatia, all I want to do is meet these great people from all over the world, you know.
Erasmus is always full of surprises. You can never be sure who you're gonna meet.
Novinarstvo me je dovelo u Zagreb, a hemijski inženjering moju cimerku Ajan. Živimo u studentskom domu Cvjetno naselje i često prošetamo uz rijeku. Mene to podsjeća na dom Novi Sad na Dunavu. A za Jan sve je dosta neobično na Erasmus razmeni.
I think the most difference between here and my hometown is scenery, because in Korea I cannot find the park near apartment, but in here there is a park. As you see.
Kada su mi rekli da će mi cimerka biti Koreanka, mislila sam da se šale. Na početku nije znala ni reč hrvatskog jezika. Vrlo brzo sam odlučila da to promeni.
Oprosti? Ispričaj? I don't know.
Učenje je zabavno, posebno jer po prvi put imam priliku besplatno naučiti korejske reči.
Yeah, I love that. 생일 축하합니다. 생일 축하합니다. You can also sing a song this sentence. 생일 축하합니다. 생일 축하합니다. Yeah, that's right. You're good. 생일 축하합니다. Yeah, that's right. It's like
Sjajni su trenuci u kojima me Ayan podsjeti na razlike koje su meni sasvim uobičajene.
Yeah, to work the cursor we don't have to push button.
Then what do you have to do?
Just we have to wait. Time's gone and automatically change the light.
Neobično mi je i to što nisam očekivala koliko mnogo ću naučiti o Koreji, ali i smanjiti razlike između nas dve. Svakim danom druženje je sve izraženije, pogotovo u našoj studentskoj kuhinjici.
In Korea, I ate pizza some special day, but in here I ate pizza always, every day, every single day I ate pizza, and every day is a special day. Student restaurants, pudding. I don't like it, and no, yeah, nothing but pudding. Okay.
Zahvaljujući studentskoj razmeni, razmenjujemo čari naših različitih kultura. Korejski gim dodamo u domaće jelo, a vegetu u korejsko jelo i verovali ili ne, ukusno je i preporučujemo svima.
In such a big city, it's easy to get lost sometimes. And by the way, all the streets look the same here.
Not all the streets look the same. Have you heard of Martichova Street? There is a design festival.
I have now.
Although until recent years, the Marticheva neighborhood was known for its many shops related to the car industry, in the past few years the neighborhood has spontaneously transformed its urban identity.
You are now at the Croatian Design Superstore, which is basically the largest design concept store in Croatia. We have over 100 Croatian designer products here, basically from kitchenware to clothes. But it's also kind of a hub of the design district area in Zagreb, which is like a meeting point of the creative scene in Zagreb.
Long before the opening of the Croatian Design Superstore, the alternative young urban life took place in Buksa. Buksa is a book club that celebrated its 10 years anniversary in 2014. It is one of the foundations of the subcultural life in Zagreb.
I came here when they had like this pub quiz, so I fell in love with it. I love the people that come here. Everyone is polite. The level of noise is just the right amount, and it's easy for me to work here. It's like my office here. This is why I like it. And as you see, it's a book club, it's a cafe. They have like book promotions here, little acoustic concerts.
After Buksa, other places followed. Marticheva became a meeting place for artists, book lovers, journalists, and for creative people. Igor Mirkovic, a film director and journalist, moved here 12 years ago. At that time it was just an ordinary street, calm and quiet. He never thought that one day they would call it Design District.
It's better than it used to be, but they call it Designer District, so I think it's probably, it's not the right term. But still, yeah, it's better. For example, there you have a bookshop which was not here before. No one would ever open such a shop here before because they will probably go bankrupt in 2 months.
Marticheva Street is changing. Where once were abandoned shops and hollow streets, we now see bookshops, cafes and design stores. Besides that, it has some other advantages.
So what is attractive about the street? I would say that it's on the very, very central position and it doesn't have disadvantages of the central position. And on that basis you can build different things around it.
The backyard of one of the most frequent streets in Zagreb has a long and rich history, which isn't so familiar among the people. Near the church St. Peter, there is a small passage which leads to the huge surface of a former military hospital. After being closed for many years, graffiti artists took over. Today it is an exhibition hall for street art and urban festivals. The Marticheva neighborhood slowly reveals its potential, and maybe one day we will find it in a travel guide described as the cultural hotspot of the city.
Hey Elizabeth, can I ask you for some advice?
Sure, what's up?
I have really problems with this girl. I'm so sad. My tears could fill up a whole museum.
Well, actually, there's a museum where you could do that, and it's right here in Zagreb.
This colorful car was found in the trash in the streets of Prague. Now it serves as a memory for a great love story. It is one of more than 2,000 exhibits in the Museum of Broken Relationships. Adela, who is currently living in Zagreb, also has her own story to tell.
When I see the letter, it reminds me my story with first boyfriend, because he always wanted me to write him some love letter, and actually I did it, but after our breakup, and it wasn't about love.
Like Adela, a lot of people from all over the world come to this unique museum and share their heartbreak.
I've heard a lot about this Museum of Broken Relationships, and I think it's a concept that is quirky for me, so that's why I'm here to visit it.
I think it's an interesting concept. I'm sure this would do well in terms of like pop-ups around the world.
Adela has more than one great breakup story to tell.
My former or current boyfriend at the golf course, and the first gift which I gave from his was a golf ball, and I think it was very nice because he told me, "So princess, here's your first golf ball, so now you are a golfist."
Adela dated him for 6 months and then moved to his place, but that was really a challenge.
Actually, after one day we broke up, and I think it was caused by my behavior, because I was very mean to him, and after all these years I think it was because of my unpreparation to live with him, because I was really young.
If you are like Adela, one of the heartbroken, you can get rid of your treasures and donate it to the ever-expanding collection of the museum.
I think that leaving here some of your personal stuff could be really relieving for somebody, because when everything is ending, or especially a relationship with somebody, it's always good to have some mental action when you really can end the situation or the era in yourself. I think it's just kind of a psychological walk here.
Erasmus wouldn't be Erasmus without the experience of one of the many ESN events. The ESN is helping students to get along, meet people and have a great time. Elizabeth, stop playing with your phone.
Oh, sorry. Where were we? Oh yeah, the ESN. So the ESN is not only organizing parties and trips, they also offer great and unusual events. This time they played a game of bubble football.
You could choose between different countries. Croatia is a beautiful country, especially the coast, and we thought it would be a great experience to come to Croatia, to Zagreb.
It's a really nice city, I really like it, and even people here are so kind, so it's a really lovely city.
When they came to Zagreb, Lucas and Rania didn't even expect that during their studying they will find themselves inside of a giant plastic bubble, running and crashing with their colleagues.
Are you ready, guys? Yeah.
It's a very exceptional experience because we don't have it, for example, in my country. So I think this is my first time, and I hope it's not going to be the last time for me playing this.
This completely new way of playing sports is called bubble football. The students managed to taste what it's like in the hall of Zagrebački Velesajam during the Erasmus Student Network Sports Week.
It's incredible. Erasmus does constant events all throughout. You bond with so many people. You see everyone participating in this and this and this, and everyone can choose whatever they want to do. So some people are up for jumping around in bubbles and play football, and the others want to go hiking. But you can choose yourself and have fun with the great people.
Bubble football is not only a good team-building method, it also comes in handy as a good stress reliever due to intense but extremely fun workout routine.
Kad bubble football, vrlo vjerojatno svi znaju ko je u Zagrebu, što je i kako je. Dakle, uđeš u loptu, igraš nogomet, ali se zapravo zabijaš međusobno jedni u drugi i najčešće je vrlo zabavno, je?
It's bubbles jumping against each other. The guys definitely know what they offer to students from abroad, and they'll go for it.
Yeah, it's so fun, amazing, and you're literally blind inside. You can't see anyone, so that's the fun part. You can see people or the ball, so it's so fun.
And suddenly you're pushed from the side and you're just gone. It's amazing, but sweaty, really sweaty.
During 10 wacky matches, Lucas and Rania went through a rough set of mindless acrobatics, but most importantly, they kept their bones unbroken, and this experience made them to crave for even more of this unusual sport.
Will you do it again sometime?
Yes, definitely. Maybe if Erasmus ESN offers it again, definitely.
Since everyone forgot keeping the score, all the teams were winners and celebrated the victory all together.
After 5 months in Zagreb, did you manage to make it your home?
Well, I must admit it took me some time, but after a while I really felt at home here in Zagreb. For me, feeling at home is walking around in the upper town.
All of us Erasmus students came to Zagreb to experience what it's like to live abroad. Even though living in a foreign country is exciting and it's fantastic to meet new people, it's also hard sometimes to find a place that lets you feel at home. We all get homesick sometimes, and we need a place to feel comfortable and safe.
Hi, my name is Elisabeth and I'm from Germany. I love walking around. In German we have a name, we call it spazieren, which means we're just walking around without purpose. And I totally love that. When I feel stressed out, where I feel alone, where I just need to be in my own place, I start to walking around. And here in the upper town, you can do that so perfectly. In general, Zagreb is a place for walking around and for discovery. And I think I feel at home when I can be on my own and just feel lost and walk around.
Hello, my name is Maria and I'm from Germany. I'm here in Zagreb for 1 semester
And it's not the first time actually that I am abroad, but I know that it is always like a challenge to find new places where you really feel like being at home. Yeah, here in Zagreb I found places, actually many places. One of these is this cafe, and I really like the laid-back atmosphere here in Zagreb and the coffee culture. So for me it seems like on every time you can see people sitting in cafes, and I really like that.
Of course, a lot of students love studying in Zagreb because of all the exciting new things that are about to happen. Still, coming from Milan, it felt like downsizing for Giulia.
Hello, I'm Giulia from Italy and I moved here 3 months ago. At first when I came here I was quite scared because I come from Milan, which is a huge city, and here is so small. And I was scared about not finding something good for me. But now walking around and having tours around, I found a lot of places that I really like, especially this place. So my parents came here 1 month ago to visit me, and they stayed in this hotel down there. And I really feel home when I'm here. They have a lot of things, a lot of shops. They have vintage shops or sports shops, or especially one that I really like that sells chocolate. And so I really like this place and I really feel home when I'm here.
For Adela, going away from Prague and moving into the dorms was quite a change.
Hello, I am Adele and I am from the Czech Republic. Here in Zagreb I live in the dorms and I'm really missing my privacy there. This is why I'm going to cafes here in Zagreb, especially to the ones which are very cozy, because it's the place where I feel home here in Zagreb.
We all know home is where your heart is, and we all found our heart in Zagreb, eventually.
Hvala i vidimo se.
Vielen Dank und bis bald.
Thank you so much and see you soon.